What's going on? All right, this is my awesome view. So today I'm in Las Vegas, hanging out, working on a few interesting projects. This is my tripod right now, hi. And this is the other side of the view. So I'm gonna put the camera down right here, hold on, and then we're gonna talk. Okay, all right, so, all right guys, so I wanted to talk to you today about JENLUVSREVIEWS posted a video. For those who don't know, she's an awesome YouTuber. She posted a video that just kind of like struck a chord with me, and I wanted to talk about it because I feel like her topic of discussion was something that I feel like we kind of need to talk about. Nothing negative about her video. I think her video is fantastic. Go check it out if you want to. But in essence, it was just her talking about brands that she just doesn't buy anymore, or brands that she doesn't maybe believe in, or she used to like and doesn't like anymore. And I kind of thought like, wow, like I think it's a lot of that in the beauty community. We associate brands with like, oh, we don't support this brand anymore, or like, oh, they're problematic. No, I don't support them. And at one point maybe we did, or sometimes maybe our bias or unbiased affects other people. And I don't know, it's very interesting. So in the beginning, she talks about Too Faced Cosmetics. So to me, and I'm going to talk about some of the brands that she talked about, and hopefully this could be a discussion in the comments and make you want to do your own video too. Too Faced Cosmetics to me is a brand that I think is like too big to fail, right? Even though like it's a lot of the same, like every year it's kind of like the same neutrals, the same nudes, and sometimes they'll hire or use popular influencers to promote a palette or shade ranges and stuff like that, and people love it and then people don't like it. So it's a mixture, right? But in essence, it's still a brand that is everywhere. I mean, Too Faced Cosmetics is huge, and I see it at Ulta, I think, and I see it at Sephora for sure, and definitely see it online. And I feel like in the beginning, like Too Faced to me, I was kind of like, oh, so boring, right? The same colors. But now I'm kind of like, if I like the packaging, like I buy it, right? Like in Jen's video, she made it very clear that there are brands that she just doesn't support, right? And I think with me, there are very few brands that I don't support. Like even if I don't like something, I still support the brand. Like I'm very much like a hype beast. I'm very much like a person who like rides the wave. Like if it's new and cool, like I'll check it out, I'll buy it. And a lot of times like I buy stuff I don't need, or I'll buy something just to support a person or a brand, or to make a statement like I believe in this wave, so I'm gonna buy it and stuff like that. With Too Faced now, like I think the last Too Faced thing I bought was Pretty Rich palette, which is the second time I bought that. And I bought like the White Peach palette because it just looked beautiful, but it's a lot of the same. Like literally I feel like a couple years from now they'll release another neutral palette that's a lot of the same. I think that the brand doesn't matter how I feel or what I think. I think that a lot of people, like that 18-year-old girl or someone who's getting into makeup, or like maybe there's like a 20-year-old kid or guy who's just like discovering makeup and this is something I really like, they kind of go toward those brands because they're just everywhere, kind of monopolize the beauty community. So it's a place to start out. Like a lot of people, you know, their first like palette was probably a Too Faced palette, or like a Morphe palette, or Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, because it's just so readily available and there's so many out there. Does that make sense? So I don't know, I think that we all start with like makeup from somewhere. Anyway, so that's kind of my view on that. Next is Smashbox. Smashbox to me was a brand that was like really popular, and I think in essence maybe it still is. I don't know, it's not something I don't remember ever going to or getting excited to buy a Smashbox palette. Like, you know, I don't know, but I've heard a lot about the brand. But a lot of times like I see a lot of influencers who may talk about a brand like in 1 month, and I'm thinking that, oh, everyone's talking about it, when in reality maybe they were paid to talk about it and I just didn't see the hashtag ad or something. But I think that Smashbox is a brand that I just don't remember them coming out with anything, but people who use it just really love it. It's not something that I gravitate toward, but I still like it, I still buy it. Same thing with Too Faced, right? Okay, next is NYX. NYX Cosmetics to me is a brand that I think really supports LGBT community. Like I see them a lot, especially during Halloween. I see them in like TV shows doing sponsorships and stuff like that. I think, and I don't think negatively of hardly any of these brands, right? I can see how some can be problematic, and I think a lot of brands are problematic or have had a problematic moment. Oh wow, hold on, look. I just have to stop and show this. So I know I could literally look at that all freaking day. I'm just saying. Okay, get sidetracked there. Okay, please don't fall. I don't know, NYX to me is a decent brand, right? Like, you know, I don't know, I like it. I don't know, but then again, like I know I'll probably get hate in the comments because like, well, you just like everything, what don't you like? Like it's, I don't know, it's almost like sometimes I feel like, oh, should I pick up and use this eyebrow pencil, or am I gonna get canceled because this brand is so problematic? Like, is that what we're doing? I don't know. Philosophy, she talked about the brand called Philosophy on there. I think that's like a like a, I don't know, I remember buying it like at its hype, like when people were using that bath wash stuff to like wash your body with, and now it's like readily available everywhere, so you can pick it up like at Marshall's or Ross and like really use it if you wanted to. But that's not something that, I don't know, I'm just like, because in her video she was saying that these are the brands she just doesn't buy from, and I'm thinking like, oh well, I use those brands, oh my god. And I'm just thinking, well yeah, I use Philosophy, I mean to wash myself sometimes. Sephora collection, okay, this is a good example of what I'm talking about. The Sephora collection makeup, to me, in my opinion, is hit or miss, okay? And a lot of the times when it's affordable, when the Sephora Pro collection came out, I thought it was so good. Like, I really thought this was gonna be like the holy grail of like makeup. Whoa, hold on. She's like really popping off right there. Hope you guys enjoy this view. I wanna share it with you guys. I did kind of, whoa, is it a rainbow? Do you guys see the rainbow? I hope you guys can see the rainbow. Oh my God, whoa. I'm upset. For those of you who know me, like I watch that fountain. I could watch it so many times. Like, I just love it so much. It makes me happy. Let me see, where were we? Sephora collection, I kind of feel like, even though I think some of the stuff is busted the house, I still buy it. Like if it looks cute, or if it's affordable, or I like how the color is set up, like I still buy it, you know? Even if I know that it's not all good, if I like the packaging, if I like how the colors are set up, I still buy it. And sometimes I feel like people get mad at me for buying stuff that you're like, oh, you know it's trash, but yeah, you still buy it. It's like, I don't know. I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying like some other stuff. I like it, you know? I just don't feel like I can completely write off a brand. I just, you know, I just don't feel like I could. I know we did that whole, like, what was it, that Kat Von D thing because of the not wanting to vaccinate children and stuff like that. It's like, I understand that point, and even though they had rebranded, a lot of people are warming back up to the brand and buying it again. You know, so I think that's like the only thing I stopped really using on my channel, is because I know that if I was to pick up one of her items, there'll be so many videos made, I'll be canceled for like the 5th time about, oh my God, you can't believe you're using this product. And I think a lot of influencers or YouTubers are scared to talk about Kat Von D in fear of being canceled because of how, you know, the whole anti-vax thing. I don't know. So I just don't use it. And I just kind of feel like there's so many other makeup brands out there that, you know, but even though they have rebranded, I kind of feel like it's not a true rebrand. If that makes sense, because if it was a true rebrand, they would totally change the name. I feel like they didn't. Okay, anyways, Anastasia Beverly Hills. She talked about Anastasia Beverly Hills being like a brand that she used to love and that she doesn't really like anymore because, and I've heard this a lot. I've heard that a lot of people stopped buying ABH because they released so much product so soon. And I just kind of felt like I'm over here like, well, you think here, let me chime in. I kind of felt like, this is the thing, like there's like this pressure that no one talks about in the beauty community. Like if you have a brand and the pressure is that Sephora, Ulta, and other like makeup distributor companies, they want you, the brand, to constantly put out product, right? Because if you keep putting out new palettes, then the audience or that brand's audience will walk into the store to buy their new product, and in essence will pick up a few other things. Because how many times have you or I walked into a Sephora or walked into an Ulta to buy one thing because it just came out, and then we leave with so much other stuff? And I think that brands like Sephora, I have no proof, but I think I saw it on Twitter. I don't know, I think I saw on Twitter, it was kind of like, hey, Sephora pressures brands to constantly come out with new products every like 3 weeks, or, you know, every month or something, or 6 weeks or not, whatever. And so a lot of brands can't keep up. Like a lot of brands just can't continually push out new product. ABH, I think, is one of the most highly distributed brands in the world, so they can keep up and they can constantly push products out. And in trying to meet the demand of the distributor, they basically made their audience feel like it's too much, I can't keep up. And I think that's something that we don't talk about. I think that and I could be totally wrong. Does that make sense? I kind of feel like it's not really their fault. They're trying to just meet the demand of the distributor, and in essence, they kind of just made their audience feel some type of way about it. But at least they were just doing their job. Whereas other brands, you really want them to come out with something, and then they don't, and then when they do, it's like a celebration. It's like your favorite. I think of these brands as like total rock stars, like ABH and Too Faced, and like you really want them to come out with a palette that's like you would really get excited about and go out and buy. And sometimes they're just sticking to their aesthetics of what they really like doing and stuff like that. And so with ABH came out with so many products, like boom, 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 boom. A lot of people just felt like, oh, this is just way too much. I can't keep up. They're just like pumping out stuff. And I think that when brands pump out makeup too soon, it makes it seem like they don't care about the product, right? And maybe we're totally wrong about that. Maybe we do. And so I totally love Jen's video because it sparked me to have this conversation that, in essence, it's like, if you once thought badly or didn't support a brand, like, you know, maybe give it a second thought and be like, well, let's see, you know, like, am I totally not going to support this brand and stuff like that? You know, I don't know. It was so interesting to watch her video and her just being so firm and being like, I don't support these brands and this is why. And I love that about her because I love strong women who can like speak their mind. But it was so opposite with me because I'm like, whoa, like, what brands don't I support? You know, and I thought about it and I was like, I literally just buy makeup from so many brands, even if they come out with too much makeup, or even if it's the same palette, it's a different colorway. Like, you know, we just have different spending habits, right? The last thing she talked about was Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and I'm like the last person who needs to be like talking about Jeffree Star Cosmetics. But I think a lot of times, like, I'm not gonna say much about it, and I'll tell you why. Because my experience with the brand is different from everyone else's because I met the CEO. And I feel like with any brand, if you have like a preconceived notion about the brand and then you meet the CEO, then you tend to humanize them, and in humanizing them you see things differently than how everyone else does. So that's what I'm gonna say about this. So I see the brand differently because I met the CEO and I humanize with him. That makes sense? I don't even know if that makes sense, but I hope it does in some weird way. But yeah, so I thought her video was really cool. I'm gonna link her video down below and give it a watch if you want. And I'm definitely going to leave this video for you guys to leave some comments and some feedback on what you guys think about what we talked about. And maybe this might change your mind about brands, or maybe it won't change your mind about brands. I think that we all have different spending habits and we choose to spend our money how we choose to spend our money. Especially me, like, I always get so much like so many comments on Instagram or YouTube like, I can't believe you bought that, and then followed by another person, well, it's his money, he can spend it how he wants to. And so it's just kind of funny how sometimes people can dictate how or why you should spend your money, whatever. But I don't know. With that being said, guys, I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.